Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna wait for a few more folks to come in, but I think we have it under control now. We have everything under control now. So I'll just wait for a few folks to come in. Hopefully, we had 6 or 7 people come into the stream, which is, look, I wasn't expecting that many people coming into the stream. 6 or 7 people. I mean, I'm only at 1,000 or so subscribers, so I mean, hopefully we can replicate that. So I'm gonna wait a little bit before I continue. Hopefully they put this up on the... All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? We doing all right? You guys doing good? Hello, hello, hello. 5 people already. That's excellent. That's excellent. Already 5 people. That's excellent. I'll wait for a few more to come in. We had 7 people, which again, I told one of my friends who's here that I'm like, no, dude, we're not gonna get more than like 2 people watching this stuff. Hi, Edwin, how you doing, buddy? We're not gonna get more like 2 people watching this stuff. So I'm happy that some people are streaming in. Oh, David, I appreciate that, buddy. And any video in particular you like? Because I just the fact that you appreciate my work, I appreciate that immensely, and it's see that's the kind of yeah, I'll do that, Michael. I think it's there, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's the kind of that's the best kind of currency someone can give you. Simply showing appreciation for you. Right. I think that in and of itself is a kind of currency that's really special. Sometimes we conceptualize value as a financial quality. And I mean, I guess it can be expressed in a mass way, in a systemic way through finances, but in a lot of instances, it's more than just that. But David, I'm curious, which one of my videos did you have reached you recently? Because I know I do a lot of them, so I'm curious as to see how I've influenced you or how I've provided value to you. Wow. That's an honor, man. That's an honor, man. Yeah, I think I saw one of your comments on one of my videos. You said that my content was going to be, like, among many others, going to be like a way for you to help your congregation get ready for the next 4 years. And that was actually, I mean, there are some comments that I take and I frame in like a certain like section on my folders, and that comment is actually really special. I appreciate that, man. You know, I'm a Christian myself. I try to do right by God. I try to one of my friends who has a radio show, Joseph Carey, who is a brilliant conservative broadcaster. He says, get right with God. At the end of his show, he always says, get right with God. And that's been one of my main things. And he didn't say it to showcase his superiority. He says it because he's reminding himself at the end of every day that even everyone, has to interact with God in some kind of way. That everyone falls short of perfection. So, no, I appreciate that, David. I really appreciate that. When I started this channel, I never figured that I would have the kind of success I'm having right now. When I started Christian Watson, I never figured this would have this kind of success. So, again, I want to say thank you, David. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And perhaps, maybe one day I'll be able to come and speak to your congregation. That would be excellent. Okay. Yeah. And race is really an issue that I talk about a lot because it's interesting. Race is kind of like the opium for the current disposition of so many people in society. Because they think that way, right? They reduce their thinking to that kind of metric, to that very vain, in my opinion, metric, the metric of race. And so I try to talk about it in a philosophical way. And whenever philosophy is concerned, you're going to have, you're gonna have Sophia, right? Philosophia. You're gonna have the pursuit of wisdom ingrained in that practice. And so I think to be wise about things, you have to be willing to accept that things may not be as simple or singular as one is making them seem to be. And as Christians, we understand this. Christ himself was a very complex being who sacrificed simply one part of his time on earth. He had so many things on this earth that he did. So I try to get us away from race or racially based thinking as much as possible. One of my friends, Dr. Karlin Borshenko, she made a video today about how people are now saying that dieting and being for diet culture is indicative of racism. I mean, when you have a racially conscious society, this is what happens. This is what happens. Edwin says, I disagree. Racism still affects many people of color today. We shouldn't view it as a mindset people choose to adopt. Well, look, again, Edwin, and we've talked about this before. I don't think that measuring an issue by race or measuring an issue by the race of its subjects necessarily constitutes a racial offense or a racial injustice. I think that a lot of times we use race as a sort of proximal answer to issues that are very complex and kind of transcend that singular understanding of them. It's why in the sciences, reductive understandings of certain phenomenon are skewed, because most oftentimes, especially with sociological phenomena, and guess what? Sociology is nonsense. It shouldn't even exist. There is no one way to study human beings in a consistent and true manner. Human beings change. Our methods, so to speak, our natures remain consistent. Our methods change and adapt so much that to try to study us and put us into a box because of certain trends or whatever is to completely miss the point of what it means to be human. But that's the problem with racially based thinking. Racially based thinking makes us reduce our human experience to this, right here, to this stuff. And when that happens, you're missing out a key part of this experience here. You're reasoning backwards, so to speak. So, I encourage my objections to racially based thinking may seem convoluted, but I think that they're necessary. Because it doesn't happen in modern day society, does it? Let's see here. So, what would you guys like to talk about? This is my first stream. I don't. Okay, David from Vidalia, Georgia. Okay. School at Mercer, seminary in Fort Worth. Wow. So you've been all around the country, haven't you, man? You've been all around the country. Wow, that's phenomenal. Yeah. Wow, that's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Wow, that's something else right there. But yeah, I mean, you guys will probably see more of these. Maybe we'll see how this one goes. I'll be on for about an hour or so. Even if there are only like 3 of you are here, I'll be on for an hour. And if you guys have any topics you want me to talk about, please, I would love to. Any topics, any suggestions, anything you want me to talk about. If you guys want me to talk about anything, you just let me know in the chat, and I will talk about it, okay? Anything you want me to talk about, anything. I mean anything. Anything. Edwin asks, why am I calling the impeachment issue? Okay, so let's get into this. In logic, if you have a false premise, more than likely than not, the rest of your syllogism is going to be false, or will have faulty assumptions built into it. If your premise is false, you will necessarily get a false conclusion. Well, the premise of the entire Trump impeachment stuff is false. The premise is that the president actively incited his supporters to go into the Capitol and destroy things and overthrow the government. Now, during that entire riotous behavior thing, that entire protest, I was watching the entire thing from sun up, from like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. when the speeches in front of the White House happened, from Don Jr. and all others and President Trump, and I watched his entire speech, he did not once say, go over there and be violent. In fact, he was unapologetically clear in his language. He said, no, go over there and peacefully protest this injustice. So one may say, well, he was touting a quote-unquote lie, and that quote-unquote lie is what caused the violence to happen. But this is faulty reasoning. Because lies in and of themselves do not incite violence. So if someone was lying, let's accept the argument for a moment that Trump was lying. If someone was lying, that does not necessarily make them someone who incites things. At least not in the legal sense that was being tried at the trial. If someone speaks passionately, the articles of impeachment from the House Democrats indicted President Trump for his conduct and his tone. The Democrats are saying that his tone caused the riots. If I am not giving you explicit instruction to go ahead and engage in riotous behavior, I did not cause the riots. My tone right now is very forceful. If my tone incites you to go out and punch someone in the face, I'm not responsible for that. I cannot control what you do. I can control what I do. So this idea that, oh, you're fanning the flames of a delusion or a lie. Okay, let's say he was fanning the flames of a truth. Because sometimes the truth makes people mad as well. What then? What then? I mean, they're basically using a bunch of circumstantial evidence that is not connected to anything he actually said. The premise is faulty, and just like the laws of logic dictate, if the premises are faulty, the conclusion, nope. So I don't care about this impeachment trial thing. The premises are 100%, 110%, 119,000% faulty, and therefore everything else is going to be invalid by that. Wouldn't you say that telling people to stop the steal while Congress was... Okay, look, again, as I mentioned. Okay, so first of all, stop the steal is a phrase that simply meant, in the words of Donald Trump, that he believed that there was an active still going on and that he wanted that to be addressed. But he never said, stop the steal. See, context is important. He never said, stop the steal and go in and destroy monuments in the Capitol Rotunda. He never said, stop the steal and go in and try to assassinate Nancy Pelosi. He never said, stop the steal and go in and try to intimidate Congress people. He simply said, let us peacefully go forth and do things that will, in his words, rectify the perceived wrong. So no, saying stop the steal is not saying go do violent acts. Because that's the case, then there have been hundreds of stop the steal rallies around the country. And all of those rallies, most of them have resulted in peaceful demonstrations. Couldn't his tone insinuate a riot? Again, all politicians have a tone. All rhetoricians have a tone. I have a tone right now. I'm not saying I'm a politician or a rhetorician, but I have a tone right now. There's no casual link between my tone and someone taking my tone to mean something in their mind that I didn't mean. People can perceive what you do however they want to. The question is, are you going to hold me to a standard or an action that I never explicitly or even implicitly tried to incite, but that I actually explicitly tried to not incite by saying, do this peacefully? We have to execute justice in this country. And justice is not going to be built off of tone or emotion. Justice must be built off of the material, empirical, positivistic facts of a case. And right now, the Democrats are lacking positivism. They're lacking empiricism. That's why impeachment is an absolute sham, in my opinion. Now, hold on. You can dislike the president all you want. You can dislike the president all you want. I'm not an attack dog or a defender of anyone. I'm an independent voice. So if you don't like the president, that's your prerogative. You don't have to take out your dislike of the president by trying to go through a legal process. That his comments do not at all satisfy or qualify. Impeachment right now is a political process. Trump's language did not rise. So exactly, precisely. This fact criteria is clear and it can be adjudicated in court. Yep. His opponents know he can't legally be. Why do you think Roberts is not presiding? I read a piece in The Hill the other day. I forgot what the guy's name was who wrote it, but he said, "Oh, Roberts is refusing to preside over a nonpartisan event." What? You're telling me an event that the prosecutors are essentially politicians who will also be a part of the jury is nonpartisan? Of course it's partisan. An event that has been manifested by 2 houses of Congress that are under dominion of a particular mentality is nonpartisan? Supreme Court justices have no obligation to participate in the political use of levers and tools in government that are not meant to be used politically, that are meant to be used as impartially as possible, that are meant to be used to correct clear, evident, and manifest wrongs. Someone's tone is not a clear, evident, and manifest wrong. Someone's anger is not a clear, evident, and manifest wrong. So I'm sorry, Evan, you can dislike the president all you want. That's your opinion. I don't think he needs to be impeached. I think what they're trying to do here, they're trying to stop him from running again a few years down the road. That's what the goal is here. And they've admitted this. This is not a conspiracy theory. You have people saying, we cannot let him become president ever again. They're trying to usurp the desires of certain voters and continue to keep the system how it is. And again, I'm not trying to make any value judgments here. But I'm just telling you what the facts are. And the facts are that they're not doing this in the pursuit of justice. They're doing this in the pursuit of a political advantage. So, that's that. And look, I've said this. I'm not going... I refuse. I made one mention of impeachment on my podcast the other day. Which, again, if you guys have not subscribed to my podcast yet, please do. So, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm trying to get my content schedule correct. Because I upload shorter videos, then I upload longer videos. So, if you guys could... there may come a time where I do not upload my podcast videos on YouTube anymore. I might just do my podcast on my podcast platforms. So, if you guys could just please... If you could please subscribe to my podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, especially Apple Podcasts. If you could do that for me, that would be phenomenal. If you could leave a review for me, that would be phenomenal. If you could say something nice about me on those websites, that would be phenomenal. Because guess what? I want this channel. The best way to grow is by having shorter content. And my shorter videos tend to do much better than my longer. I want this channel to have the maximum potential to grow. But I also want my podcast to grow as well. And once there's been like an exchange of numbers and growth between the two, I will bring my podcast videos back into the channel, but I just don't want to distract people with longer videos and there's a shorter video. I was reading a comment today and it said, well, Christian, I shared one of these longer videos with one of my friends. They're like, this is static and boring. I'm like, oh, wow. Yikes. But I mean, if you're not used to watching 50-minute videos or listening to 50-minute podcast, then yeah, I guess it can get static and boring. I'm trying to appeal to as many people as possible. And so the best way to do that is through smaller videos. So if you guys could help me out, please. Help me out. In fact, I'll give you, not sure I can do this, but I'll give you the link so you can go rate my podcast and then you can go, oh, dang it. Can I get in? Okay, yeah, I can't send the link out, but I'll send the link in the description or whatever when this video is over, because I'll leave this video up. I don't have a problem doing that. But yeah. So again, this stream has no particular aim. If it's basically just a celebratory stream. So whatever you guys want me to talk about, I'll talk about. But just let me just say thank you. I should have said this at the beginning of the stream. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 is a big number to jump over, to get to. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. Man, just thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. You know, when I say stay pensive, I mean that. It's not just a catchy how the cookie crumbles at the end of my videos. When I say stay pensive, I mean that thing, man. When I say stay pensive, I actually mean, look, in your life, in every proceeding step of your existence, I need you to be thinking. I need you to be loving each other. I need you to be engaging critically with your existence. I need you to have a view of this life that is not singular. Oh, I got bills to pay. I got a job to do. That's the rough stuff of life. That's the unformed matter of life, right? That's the unformed matter of life. But life is something bigger than the unformed matter. In fact, life is probably, I think, put a metaphor, the result after the result of you refining the unformed matter thereof. Thank you, Clyde. I appreciate it. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. If you guys get that, if you guys feel me like that, that's what I think life really is about. So when I say stay pensive, I mean be engaged with the world. So many times, my friends, these phones are kind of distracting us. I know this is a common point to make, but it's the truth. These phones are distracting us from being pensive. There was an interesting book written a few years ago, and I forgot what the name of the book was, but it's basically about the author calls this phenomenon the literary mind and the digital mind. The digital mind is essentially this phenomenon in which the literary mind's ability to process information at longer levels, to critically engage with information in deeper ways and more meaningful ways, is stunted by the clickbait. It's stunted by the very condensed version of information dissemination that is present in our society. So I'm encouraging you guys, be a literary mind. It's not convenient all the time. It's not comfortable all the time. But it's worth it. Man never rose from the caves and went to the stars by having convenience and being comfortable. That Promethean fire, there was a price paid for the conception and the inception of that Promethean fire for a reason. There was a price paid for that. Prometheus was punished for a reason. And the humans that came afterwards had to go through trials, wars, infighting, factionalism, dogmatism, all kind of stuff that emerged from us having access. You see, sometimes access can be the best thing that ever happens to us, and sometimes access can be the worst thing you ever experienced. That's why I don't like democracy. That's why I think democracy is a sham. Democracy is a sham because most people think that by more people having access to a particular thing, the thing becomes better. It's an appeal to popularity fallacy. That's why I want to. That's just like very, very synopsized version of why I don't like democracy. Hey, David, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me. God bless and stay pensive, all right? I appreciate that. That has made my night. Look, when I came on here, I didn't expect to have anyone watching me. I'm not sure if Carson's still here. Not sure if you're still here, Carson, but I told you, I'm like, dude, man, we're not going to have no one. Cut the deck. Yo, Christian, you keep up. You deserve everything coming your way. This is Isaac. Are you the sports guy? You the sports guy? Oh man, I meet so many people I forget sometimes. But regardless, Isaiah, God bless you and thank you for the support. You're the sports guy, right? I think you're the sports guy. But yeah, so look, guys, whatever you want me to talk about, again, I'll be on here for another hour. So, unless you just want to hear me rant for another hour, then that's fine. I can do that easily. But I want to actually engage with you guys. I want to actually talk to you guys. So, okay, buddy. Okay, it's nice seeing you, man. But yeah, I want to actually talk to you guys. I want to actually engage with you guys. So, if you have any topic suggestions, any articles you want me to react to, any videos you want me to react to, I can do that as well. Anything? Actually, let's start with articles for now. Any articles you want me to react to, just let me know. Because, I don't want to just bore you guys to death with a monologue. Because I've actually gone, it is 26 minutes. My podcast, I break them up into 23 minutes into 24-minute segments. So I've already gone over the first segment of my podcast. And so, oh man, you're sweet. You're sweet, man. You're sweet. You're sweet, dude. You're sweet, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Look, I met a civil rights leader in a city in South Carolina. I'm blanking. My memory is bad. It's just how actually strong. I'm blanking. I met a civil rights leader at a city in South Carolina, which he helped purge of Klan influence not through government action, but through voluntary actions that drove out the spectral white supremacy from his town. In fact, there was a movie made by him about him. Forrest Whitaker, one of the best actors ever. Forrest Whitaker was actually in that movie. He told me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so great, dude. Forrest Whitaker played you. You have all these contacts around the world. You've done so many amazing, great things. You're great. He said, no, son. With his very pensive stare. He's like, no, son. I'm not great. There's nothing great about me. I'm like, of course there is. What are you talking about? No, son. No. You're seeing the reflection of something higher. You're seeing the reflection, the projection, the effect of something higher. You're seeing what was all the way up here germinate into something when it comes down here and manifests through me. See, I'm not the great one. You're seeing ideas play out through this vessel of mine. That's what the pastor said to me in so many words. He mentioned God and Jesus, of course, but still. So when people say, oh, Christian, you're great, you're the great one, or if people knew who you were, they would be so crazy. No, man. That's not how... And look, I have 6 viewers right now. When I have 1,000 viewers or 10,000 viewers, because I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. I hope so, at least, God willing. I'm not going to be any different than I am right now. Nope. Because it's not about that. It's not about me being great. The problem with most of these people that get into political commentary is that they want to focus on them being great and them getting the approbation. I want you guys to appreciate my mind, but I want you more to appreciate the ideas. Because look, all of us are tumbling towards a demise. All of us one day will expire. I happen to believe that there's an afterlife that you go to when you expire. That's my personal belief. I'm a Christian. But all of us are it's going to happen eventually. And when you leave this world, you better have a hell of a lot more than just you and what you did out there. You better have inspired some ideas in people. You better have done something special, something spiritual that caused an awakening in someone's soul. You better have squared up, man. On my epitaph, I want people to not name my accomplishments or whatever. I want people to say, this guy made me think. This guy inspired something special inside of me. This guy caused me to go and embody different ideas and go forth that way. This guy did something special. That's what I want them to say. I want them to say, oh, he was great. He had followers. He had this published and that. No. That doesn't matter. Well, From a practical standpoint, it does. But still, the point is not that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Edwin says, talk about the complexity on the right now. Is the right fractured? We'll get to that. Anarchitty. Oh, Anarchitty. So you are the first person that actually sent me fan mail, and your email blessed me so much. Thank you. I have not forgotten that. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. Thank you so much for supporting me. And thank you so much for advising me and telling me what I can do better. Thank you. Thank you so much. Congrats on 1,000. Have you read the Times expose on the elite cabal? No. The Epoch the Epoch Times? The Epoch Times? The Epoch, yeah. Epoch Times. Elite cabal. Let's see. Yeah, what Times? Time Magazine, the Epoch Times? What Times? Anarchitty. I don't know what Times you're talking about. I assume the Epoch Times, right? If that is the Epoch Times, I will say no because I have not read that yet. No, I will. I'll see. No, let's see. What is it? The chat's a little bit slow. Oh, Time Magazine. Oh, Time Magazine talking about the elite cabal. What? Hold on. Time Magazine. David Hogg, Person of the Year, Time Magazine, talked about the elite cabal. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. What the hell? Ugh. Oh, I gotta read that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. That's some funny stuff right there. Jesus Christ. Man, the lack of introspection, man. Jesus. So, yeah, Edwin, the right. The right being fractured. So, here's how I see the right now. So you have the centrist right, which are conveniently represented by folks like Ben Sasse, Mitt Romney in government. You'll have Bill Kristol of the Weekly Standard, or former Weekly Standard, I think they've grown now, and people like what's that guy's name? What's his name? He writes for National Review, or he did. He owns the Dispatch. David French, people like him, who are incidentally now a part of the centrist right. Now, 12 or 15 years ago, David French, Bill Kristol, they would have all been considered, like far right, traditionalist kind of folks. Maybe not Bill Kristol, but David French most certainly. But they've kind of moved away from that. See, here's the thing about these political definitions. And this is the danger of them. Political definitions tend to change with the tide of elections and the introduction of new fashions. That's dangerous. Look, I don't care what happens that is novel or new. You should be able to have a stability. Solzhenitsyn called it a stable nucleus by which you approach politics. And the problem is, political definitions are changing all the time. That there is no stable nucleus anymore. This is a reason why. You have people claiming that the Republican Party hasn't changed at all. Of course, it's changed. You have people claiming the Democratic Party founded the KKK. I mean, look, I understand it's fashionable to say that kind of stuff. And I know it's good red meat. Look, Christian Watson is not going to sit here and say the Democratic Party founded the KKK. Because the Democratic Party of the 1870s is not the Democratic Party of today. They just aren't. The Republican Party of the 1960s, which MLK was a part of, is not the party of today. It just isn't. How do I know that? Okay, MLK had proto-socialist views of economics. He said that I don't hate capitalism enough to not see its merits, but I also kind of like socialism. That's what MLK Martin Luther King Jr. That was his sentiment. He believed in poverty programs, social welfare programs. He called poverty one of the great evils. He linked them with racism and militarism. MLK. So, MLK obviously would not have fitted into the Republican Party of today. He does not agree with free market ideology, does not agree with, that free trade ideology. MLK would have been much more of a central planner. So it's important to defer to nuance. The way politics changes over time is disturbing to me. Because people pay more attention. People identify themselves more by their political positions, watch this, than their political convictions. People identify themselves more by their political positions than their political convictions. Well, I support the Second Amendment. Okay, good for you. I do too. What does that mean? I'm pro-life, okay? Good for you. So am I. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because there are people who are pro-life who want socialism. Being pro-life doesn't make you a conservative or a libertarian or someone who cares about life. My point is this. You shouldn't identify yourself by your positions. Do it by your convictions. A conservative who's pro-life will say, okay, I'm pro-life and I believe this, but I believe it in the context of preserving American institutions, in the context of preserving the principles that made this country great, in the context of preserving liberty, even the liberty of those who may not necessarily be able to fight for themselves. In that context. Context is everything. So, back to Edwin's question. The right now is suffering from a sort of seesaw of convenience that is going everywhere because of how just inconsistent the political world has been over the past 4 years. So just by that alone, the right is fractured. Just by that alone, the right is absolutely fractured. Then you have the bigger divide, which is a factional divide. The divide between the America First people, like the Nick Fuentes people, and like the more traditionalist conservative people, then the more libertarian people, then the more centrist people. That's the bigger divide. Oh my, this Nick Fuentes guy. I've talked about him before, haven't I? I have. Grace, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my. Thanks for your videos. Definitely opened my eyes. Grace, thank you so much. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it. That's a beautiful name, by the way. That's a beautiful name. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's all love here. I'm happy you're being pensive with me. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you're still here. But yeah, so this Nick Fuentes guy, you know what he wants, right? Nick Fuentes opposes interracial marriage. He opposed interracial marriage. Nick Fuentes thinks that the government should come in and give you welfare for having kids, regardless of if you raise your kids right or whatever. Nick Fuentes thinks that libertarians are cultural hedonists, and that freedom leads to cultural degeneracy. Nick Fuentes thinks you can compel certain virtues through force. That defines a lot of the ethno-nationalist people. It defines them quite neatly, in my opinion. So yes, is there a divide on the right? Oh yeah, you betcha. Oh yeah. But how sustained is that divide? How superficial or deep is that divide? It depends on how you're looking at it. It depends on how you're viewing the divide. It entirely depends on that. So, that's the answer to that question. The right is fractured. I think, but look, factionalism has always, and I think will always be, one of the main ways a lot of us or a lot of people will engage in politics these days. It's easier that way, especially if you're in a system that prioritizes being co-equal and things of that sort. Politics is going to always be a game where factionalism arises. That's just what politics is. And I resist that by saying, no, I'm not this label or that label, I'm an individual. I resist that by saying, no. This is what I think about this. No one else has the dominion to tell me, either for political expediency or otherwise, what my conscience needs to say. The best way to beat any fractures on the right or whatever, don't be a part of the fractures. Don't be a part of the reason. Don't be a tribalist. Search your heart. Have guiding principles. If you do that, factionalism and the political divide becomes less pernicious. But also, why in the world do people think division is a bad thing? I'm trying to get this. Division is quite literally how we can define things in the world. It's a heuristic almost. Well, Christian, if people are divided, they'll be angry. Not necessarily. I am divided from people who think that abortion is a moral practice. I'm divided from them. I think they're wrong. Now, do I not love them as a human being? Of course I do. But my division from them allows me to stake my claim in a position that I think is more morally righteous and justifiable. And that, therefore, creates a conversation. Division is important, my friends. We need to disagree. We need to have our own minds, our own consciousnesses. We're not robots. We're not geared up towards a particular end. That's why when Biden says, I'm going to unify the country, no, you're not. You're going to slip through subjective things that are destructive to the country, that are destructive to principles, under the veil of unity. So that's my thoughts on division and the political divide and the fracturing. It's misunderstood. Anarchy says, be the stone in the river, not the water. Boom. 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 Yes. Yes. 110% yes. That is beautiful. Be the stone in the river and not the water. That's beautiful. Yes. Yes. What did Paul Simon say? Simon and Garfunkel, one of my favorite duos. I am a rock, I am an island. Even though that song is kind of ironic, I think, and it's kind of poking fun at kind of isolationist mentality, it means something. In fact, let me read some of that for you guys. I won't show you, but I'll read some of that for you. You know, Simon and Garfunkel, I think they're good. I'll read some of that for you so I can explain my principle here. Okay. This is Simon and Garfunkel. This song was released in 1965. Now, you may wonder, why in the world is a 20-year-old reading something from 1965? There's a method to this madness. Just bear with me here. So, part of the song says, I've built walls, a fortress deep and mighty, that none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship. Friendship causes pain. Its laughter and its loving I disdain. I am a rock. I am an island. Now, again, that's a very cynical approach to life. That's a very, very cynical approach to life. I don't encourage that. No. Friendship is good for you. Don't build walls so high that you can't even see over them. Because then that's counterintuitive. But there is a kind of stability to solitude. Emerson says that there would never have been a Principia Mathematica, or a Galileo, or a Newton, if solitude didn't exist. Solitude is the essential ingredient for genius. your own genius, because all of you have the ability to attain genius. You are a product of genius as a human being. So, that's my opinion on that. Be an island. Understand when it's time to go into solitude. But don't stay there. Don't confine yourself there. Don't box yourself in. That's what I say. So I agree with you, Anarchy. Be the stone in the river, not the water. That is the truth. That is 100% the truth. Be a stone in the river, not the water. Be the stone, not the water. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. Carson says, Christian Watson, what do you think of J-Reg? Who in the world is J-Reg? Let me go look this person up. J-Reg. Who is this person? Who the hell is this? Okay. Rightist be like... Okay, should I react to this person on camera? This J-Reg individual? Because I'm looking at some of the titles of his channel, and I don't know what's going on here. Apparently he's like some sort of political satirist. Is that what this is? Okay, one of the titles for this J-Reg guy is addressing allegations that I have ties to the far right. And he's doing the Nazi salute while standing in the backup of a German flag. See, this is why I don't deal with these kind of people. I don't do. See this pensive space right here? This pensive space right here, where we are right now, all of us, our lovely pensive space, is safe. It's warm. It's cuddly. We have milk and cookies, if you're into that kind of stuff. I hate milk, by the way. Milk is disgusting. I swear, milk is only good for baking. I just don't like the stuff. Then again, I haven't drank anything but water and hot tea and coffee for the past 10 years. I don't drink soda. I barely drink orange juice. I just don't. Water has been my main thing, which is good for you. I mean, water, your body is mostly made of water, so that's primarily good for you. Anyway, okay, watch the political compass. Okay, so let me see how I can do this. So, you guys let me know if you can see my screen, okay? I'm about to see who this J-Reg guy is. Political compass rap. Okay, J-Reg, political compass. Okay. 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 You guys see this? My screen? Okay. Once I can get people... We'll see how this goes. The political compass rap. Okay. Let me just stop this video before I even begin it. Okay, I don't know jack S-word about political theory, but I've consumed a lot of political compass memes, so clearly this makes me an expert on the subject. Okay, Carson, who is this J-Reg person, dude? Who is this J-Reg person? Is this some... Are you pranking me right now? I've changed authoritarian to totalitarian and libertarian to anarchist to demonstrate extremes. Oh, so he's playing with the mechanics of an already flawed test. I think the political compass is entirely flawed. So he's playing with the mechanics to make himself seem smarter, or to make himself seem a little bit more comic. What the hell is going on here? So you guys saw that, right? You saw my screen, right? Okay. All right. What the heck? Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear... Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this. I'm gonna play a minute part of it so that we can get this thing. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Okay, did you guys hear that? You hear that little thing right there? You hear that? Carson, let me know if you hear it, or Annika, let me know if you hear it. So, did you hear that with the audio though? Did you hear the audio? Did you hear the audio? You can hear it? Okay. Okay. It's gonna be the biggest mistake of my life watching this stuff. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I'm not gonna go full screen, but let's see what's going on here. All right. Alrighty.
Hi, I'm Totalitarian Right. I'm the voice of the people. If the people are white, don't mean to get up in your face, but we're getting replaced. Culture war now, let's win this race. Okay, $15, right? That's $1 for every year that she's been alive. Well, I keep telling you, it's not pedophilia, it's a febophilia. Oh, she's only—
Hold. Whoa. Okay, hold. What is he doing? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Carson. Okay. Carson. You know what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a delay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's play that back over again. Let's see what's going on. I'm trying to see what I just... This has 2 million views. Okay. I'm going to try to see what I just watched, okay? Let's play that over again. Okay. Totalitarian left, anarchist left, totalitarian right, anarchist right. Okay, where's my notepad at? I'm probably not going to be watching this guy the way he intends to be watched, but I don't care. I'm going to analyze this stuff, because I don't think he's going to be... Okay, I'm going to make a box here. Okay. This is my box. I know my handwriting is terrible. In fact, let me put my screen up so you guys can see. This is my box, okay? I'm going to note everything this guy says about each of these schools of thought in this box. And if I see something wrong, let's hope I can contain my reaction, because I'm already, this guy is already being silly as heck. And I guess, look, that's fine. You can be silly, you can laugh. I laugh too. Laughing is fun. But if he is derisive to prove a political point, we're going to put some pensive fire onto him, okay? So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. All right. Let's see what's happening. Yep. Okay, we're back up. Okay.
Hi, I'm Totalitarian Right. I'm the voice of the people. If the people are white, don't mean to get up in your face, but we're getting replaced. Culture war now, let's win this race.
Okay. Is he basically saying... Okay. Totalitarian right, culture... Is he basically saying that if someone is concerned with a culture war, they must have some sympathies with a totalitarian right? Talk about reductionism. And for those of you unfamiliar with philosophy, reductionism is what happens when you take a very complex topic or a very complex thing and reduce it to a single thing. For example, the human being. Reductionists will often say, well, life is nothing more than a bundle of cells and biological processes. A reductionist would say that. And they would like to reduce things to their simplest components. He's being a reductionist, it seems. Let's continue.
Hey, $15, right? That's $1 for every year that she's been alive. Well, I keep telling you, it's not pedophilia, it's a febophilia. Oh, she's only 14? Guess it is pedophilia. Still, it's $1 off, right? Oh, hi, I'm anarchist, right? I don't believe in a state. None of this might makes right. I think market forces should guide the world, and if there's a market for it, I should be able to buy this girl. $13.50.
Oh, okay. Okay. So according to JREG, anarchists, according to JREG, anarchists are supposedly pedophiles. Alright, do you see how misinformation spreads now, people? Do you see how people are possessed with false ideas? Christian, it's a joke. You know what? Comedy has been the foremost political tool used to change minds. What do you think Jon Stewart was doing? What do you think Trevor Noah is doing? They're hiding propaganda behind comedy. I don't know of a single anarchist, a single anarcho-capitalist that legitimately supports pedophilia. Because most anarcho-capitalists have very clear ethical boundaries. And for an anarcho-capitalist, pedophilia is a violation of the maxim by which their society would operate under. That maxim is the maxim of non-aggression. This is not funny to me. This is not cool to me. This is not comedy to me. This is messed up. Oh, they're just having fun. At whose expense? 5 more minutes of this crap? Oh, Carson, I'm getting you for this one, buddy. I'm getting you for this one. Buddy. Man. Okay, let me go back to my comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. Man. I'm getting you for this one, Carson. I'm getting you for this one, buddy. I think it's just... Oh, God. Yeah, George Carlin was different. George Carlin was very clear to you. He was telling you what he believed. He wasn't trying to dress it up behind, oh, I'm being flippant. Oh, no, George Carlin was like, no, this is what the fuck I believe. Excuse my language. That's what he was trying to say. Excuse my language, please. Excuse my language. I hope the pastor's not here. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to curse. Alright, let's get back to this crap. This nonsense. Oy, oy, oy.
Make me sick. I am the proletariat. You two capitalist pigs will get round up and shot, and I will speak for the weak whether they want me to or not. I am totalitarian left. My side is the best. I realized the last 5 times we tried this we'll starve to death, but I have a really good feeling about the next. I'm anarchist left and... oh fuck, this is not the place for me. How do all these ideologies suck so much? Anyone want some DMT? I'll have some. Here. You, not for free. How do you expect to stimulate the economy? Okay, first things first. Fuck you. What did I do? Second, you want to crush people through the state. I mean, yeah, sure, the state is great. You claim to want equality, but how can that be when the state is controlling how equal you can be? And third, fuck you! And fourth, you're not even an anarchist, dude. You expect to keep the people in line without a state, please. At least the 3 of us aren't contradictory. What? This guy claims to be an anarchist, but fetishizes cops. Hey, if cops can be bought, then cops are great. They're only bad when they're used as tools of the state. Clearly.
That is a mischaracterization of the anarchist cap. Oh, no. That's a mischaracterization. Okay. See, okay. Carson, I'm getting you for this one, buddy. When he says right here that if you disagree with where I put the character on this chart, keep in mind that I'm going off with the political compasses diagram of who's here. But then he said, I quite literally condensed everything into blanket terms, which completely and utterly eschews nuance by changing authoritarian to totalitarian and libertarian to anarchist, when in all reality, there are so many different ideologies under the banners of those terms. So I don't just disagree where you put people at. I disagree that a single person who represents the extreme of both are speaking for all. Comedy does not give you the ability or the license to be intellectually sloppy. Comedy does not give you that right. At all. Man. Alright, let me... I dropped my pen. I dropped my pen dealing with this guy. Okay. Let's go on. Let's continue. What the heck?
You're the side most deserving of hate. Are you fucking kidding me? There's a Nazi in the Northeast. I do not see what you mean. This guy's a treat. Stop whining about tyranny. You'll never achieve anything with anarchy. I only keep you around because you shut their speech down. There should be no platform for government or Nazis. There the left goes again, threatening my free speech. I just want you to hear my important ideas. I'm not gonna listen to a fucking Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. That's simply untrue, though I will say, not a big fan of the Jews. Globalists. He means globalists. What? No, I don't. Work with me here! You're clearly a Nazi! I'm more of a race realist, white identitarian, who believes in strong government, sure, totalitarian, but I don't want genocide, I just want an ethno-state. What if people don't want to leave? Then we have a genocide and it's great! This is why I can't associate with you. Agreed. Come near me and it's World War II too. We both know there's a pipeline between you and me, and you seem embarrassed by how much we...
Oh, did this fool really just dredge up the libertarian to alt-right pipeline? Did he really just dredge up that old myth that came out of the Washington Post? So, let me explain to you. I'm getting quiet now. Because if I don't get quiet, I'll scream. Let me explain to you why the libertarian to alt-right pipeline is some of the most disingenuous stuff I have seen in my 20 years on this planet. Not a long time, I get it, but still, work with me. The libertarian to alt-right pipeline is said to exist because a few idiots, a few ideologically possessed adults who happen to be high-profile libertarians or claim to be, in name, high-profile libertarians, crossed over to the alt-right, and therefore, their followers, who also thought they were high-profile libertarians, crossed over with them. Augustus Sol Invictus, that Roman cosplaying guy, the guy who thinks he's in ancient Rome, like all these white nationalist fools think they are in ancient Rome, that guy is one example of this. Don't you see the fallacy here? It doesn't analyze the ideology of libertarianism and if it could be friendly to the ideas of an ethno-state or white supremacy or white identitarianism. And the answer is no. Libertarianism is not friendly towards white supremacists. Libertarianism is not friendly towards any racial supremacists. So it completely and utterly excuses the ideas and takes how certain people, not even a majority of people, certain very key high-profile people over the past 10 years have gone towards the alt-right. He's being disingenuous. He is expecting you not to use your divine capacity to reason to bolt and blaze through these lies. He's trying to obfuscate you under the veil of comedy. It's comedic how intellectually dead this crap is. That's comedic. Let's continue.
We agree, and all you do is complain, you goddamn hippie. You think everyone can just get along, but the truth is ruthless. You're ruled by the strong. Exactly, which is why we need to stop this wanton destruction of capitalist rot. You send your workers to die in early graves. The working class are your working slaves. Wait, what's wrong with slaves? Slaves are fine. Listen, dude, this is not the time.
Can I stop here? Can I stop here, please? Can I stop here? Some of you are probably thinking, well, why isn't Christian reacting this way to the anarchist left and the anarchist and totalitarian left? Well, he's mischaracterizing everyone, by the way. This guy just had the anarcho-capitalists say slave is fine. Slavery is not okay to anarcho-capitalists. See, no, here's what anarcho-capitalists think. Anarcho-capitalists think that you can sell your own body, since you own yourself, to be in a compact that is akin to slavery. That's what they think. Now, the thing is, linguistically, that's not actually slavery. Slavery is involuntary. If you enter... Now, some anarcho-capitalists think that, in the Nozickian sense, Robert Nozick, that your individual rights can be violated by you. You can sell them away if you want to. That's what some of these guys think. That's what some of their conceptions are like. Now, I think that's a dubious position. I think rights are natural and cannot be violated by anyone. They're inviolable. That's my opinion. That's how Rothbard saw it. Although I'm not sure how Rothbard saw the slavery issue. So I don't... Again, this is what happens when you mischaracterize the entirety of the political spectrum, put them under blanket labels, and pretend as if you are engaging in epistemic humility. Let's see what the chat's saying. I haven't checked the chat for a moment. Let's see what's going on. J. Edward. Mr. Britton, how you doing, buddy? Mr. Britt, you were one of my first fans too, dude. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Echo Chamber Pump. Hey! Shout out to Free Speech Media. How you doing, buddy? Tom McDonald is much better. Okay, I'm gonna react to Tom McDonald. That's what I'm gonna do. So you guys tell me, what song of his do you want me to react to? I'm gonna react to Tom McDonald. I like Tom McDonald. That's my guy right there. I'm gonna give you like a philosophical breakdown of Tom McDonald. I like that guy. That's one of my favorites. I love him. Yeah, how you doing, Edward? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Much love, dude. Much love. Yeah, I'm gonna react to Tom McDonald because I don't want this J-Reg guy. Well, that's good, man. That's good. What kind of music are you writing? That's good. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're helping me achieve my dreams just by being here. Carson, you're on thin ice right now, dude. You had me you had me thinking that J-Reg was going to give, like, you know how they did those rats back in elementary school, like, you know, oh, this is the government, man. Like, I thought that's what this guy was doing, an informative rap. But you have me reacting to a political satirist who doesn't even understand how to do satire right. If you're going to do satire, you might as well know what you're criticizing. Jon Stewart, for all of my frustrations with Jon Stewart, at least Jon Stewart knew what he was criticizing. This J-Reg guy? What? Alright, we're done with that. We're done. We're done with that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. I'm a Christian. No offense. I'm a Christian myself. Excuse me. See, this is why I can't... This is why live is a little bit... Because Christian, you know... I curse sometimes. Excuse me. I'm not trying to. That's a no-no for monetization, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I get caught up with my passions sometimes. J-Reg needs to read some Thomas Sowell. The heck he does. I agree with you. Jesus. Man. Yeah, City Journal is wonderful. Coleman Hughes. He writes City Journal. I can't tell you guys this yet. Actually, I'm gonna break it here. Coleman Hughes will be on Pensive Politics very soon. It's gonna be an exciting episode. Coleman Hughes will be on Pensive Politics. I can confirm that. I'm working out details right now, but he's coming on soon. We're ironing things out, but he's coming on soon. Coleman Hughes will be on Pensive Politics. I am happy. I am very happy to announce that right here. You guys are the first people hearing about this. So Coleman Hughes, brilliant guy. He understands this racial conscious nonsense. He's a scholar. He quotes St. Augustine in his works. Coleman Hughes is the real deal. I love Coleman Hughes. And Glenn Lowry, I'm trying to get on his show too. So things are in the works, guys. We're still working. We're still pushing. So I'm happy to announce that. If you do not know who Coleman Hughes is, Google him. He is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant guy. About 2 or 3 years older than I am. He understands this stuff. He is a student of philosophy. He investigates this stuff. He puts his heart and mind into doing what Socrates said, the light of the truth. Going after the light of the truth. Because that should be our conviction. That should be our goal. Not opinion. See, the ancient Greeks got a lot wrong. Aristotle basically said that the city, that the individual is the end of the nation and the city. Basically, that the nation produces the individual. He got that wrong. But he got right his distinction between knowledge and opinion. Critical race theory is entirely opinion. It eschews knowledge. In fact, it bends the epistemological mechanisms of knowledge that we use to obtain righteous knowledge and skews them towards a political purpose. That's why critical race theory is so dangerous. Yeah, it's nonsense, but there's a sort of like epistemological curse and malady going on. And people were getting swept under the rug with it. So anyway, no rant. Okay, Tom McDonald. Okay. Christian, react to I'm So Corny. Okay, alright. Okay. I've never seen that one. I've seen Canceled, but I'll get to Canceled in a moment. React to I'm So Corny. Okay, Tom McDonald, I'm so corny. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let's see what's happening. Tom McDonald, I'm so corny. Okay. Let's see about this. Alright, guys, let's see. Tom McDonald, a word. I love Tom McDonald. I don't listen to rap very often. Sometimes. Biggie Smalls, maybe. Biggie Smalls is great. If you don't know, now you know. I like Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls is great. But I'm a classical rock guy. I like Elton John, Billy Joel. I was singing my heart out to Bryan Adams earlier this morning. Bryan Adams is beautiful. Bryan Adams' song Heaven is beautiful. I don't understand why he is not an enduring star. You know, Bryan Adams is beautiful. Bryan Adams is wonderful. I like Bruce Springsteen's music. His politics, not so much. I like Bon Jovi's music. His politics, not so much. Meatloaf the singer. If you guys know who that is, Meatloaf is also coming on my show as well. I'm excited for that one. That is confirmed. So that's coming out very soon. That's gonna happen very soon. That's my kind of music. So I'm not really into hip hop or rap or any of that kind of crazy stuff. You know, all this stuff that passes as hip hop and rap these days. This kind of Yo Gotti and Da Baby and Cardi B and 2 Chainz and the Gucci Gang and all this crazy nonsensical, gibbly gobbledygook. I just don't do it, man. It doesn't edify me. If Christian Watts is gonna listen to you, it has to edify him. You have to make me a better person. You gotta teach me something. Tom McDonald ministers to my soul. That's why I like Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald ministers to my soul. So we're gonna react to Tom McDonald's in a moment. I'm so corny. Okay, Carson. I have my eyes on you. I love jazz, Edward. I love jazz. Cab Calloway, the legend, one of the legends of jazz, Louis Armstrong, Harry Connick Jr., Harry Connick Jr. When I'm walking, I see you, and I'm wondering what it must be like to be you. You're a sunrise, you're heaven, you're the reason that God rested on day 7. You're one fine, fine thing. Harry Connick Jr., that was the first song of his I heard. Wonderful, classically trained musician. Sinatra. Oh yeah, Nat King Cole. I love jazz, man. I love jazz. Jazz is wonderful, dude. Mr. Whittle, how are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I love jazz, man. Jazz is awesome. Jazz is some good music. Jazz is some great music. Yeah, I love jazz. Absolutely. My God. Excuse my singing. My singing is absolutely horrible. My singing is bad. I was telling Carson the other day, I'm like, Carson, if I wasn't doing this, this commentary stuff, I would try to make it as a musician, which would be a bad idea, a terrible idea. There is not a single record executive that would give me anything. I promise you. It's not happening. Miles Davis. Absolutely. How can I forget? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. You're funny than White Axe, oh my god. That is reassuring. Oh my lord, that's reassuring, okay? That's funny. Oh my. Yeah, no, my singing is bad. And guess what? There's something in life about having the foresight to know, and the insight inside yourself, the introspection to know when you have limits. There are some things we do very well. There are other things that we're passionate about that we have no business doing professionally. Commentary, I think I do it okay. I can do this professionally. Singing, I love music. I'm passionate about music. I have no business being in a recording booth if it's not for a spoken word album. I could pull like a Cornell West and do like a spoken word album, maybe. I don't know. But sing? Nope. No. Not happening. Nay. Never. But I'll sing for you good people because you're spending, it doesn't feel like it's been an hour. It doesn't feel like that. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. And before I react to this Tom McDonald song that Carson is making me react to, let me ask you guys something. So again, there are two kinds of content on my channel. There is the longer content, the podcast, which is like 50 minutes. Then there are the regular videos, which are edited, like the 8, 12-minute ones. If I stopped doing the podcast videos and saved my podcast videos and saved my podcast for my audio platforms, would you guys be okay with that? Because I want to give you guys short and sweet content. That's what I want. So would you guys be alright with that? If I didn't put my podcast on my channel, if I just left them on my audio platforms? Because Rogan puts his podcast on his channel, and so does Shapiro. So I'm just I want to be able to like have my stuff out there, but it's a pain. It's a pain. I want to be able to make this channel known for the short videos that I do, and the longer videos will be these live streams. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys okay with me not doing my podcast videos, having my podcast on the audio platforms, and doing like actual YouTube videos on my channel? What are your thoughts? Tell me what you think. Because I'm a content creator. You guys are my audience. Tell me what you want to see from me. So I'll give a few moments for the suggestions to roll in, and then we'll react to Tom McDonald afterwards. Thoughts? Anyone? Feel free to jump in. It's an open question. For those just tuning in, I'm asking my chat, do you want to keep seeing the 40-minute, 49-minute podcast videos? Or would you rather me reserve those for the audio platforms and just do my regular short videos on my channel? Because regardless of what happens, I will have the interviews posted on my channel. That's not going away. The interviews will get posted on my channel. Meatloaf, it will be posted on my channel. The streams are crazy entertaining. Listen, Carson, I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried because if I do a lot of long streams and like very few short videos, people will still like. Maybe I'll do like one live stream a week and like mostly just do videos. That could be a good antidote, good mix. You know, I don't know. Well, look, we'll roll with the punches. It'll come and go. All right. But Carson, I hope this has been enlightening too. I like to entertain, but I want to enlighten too, the best I can. I'm this little 20-year-old body that I'm in, the best I can. Mr. Whittle, Heath Whittle asked, do you think there is such a thing as black privilege? And if there is, where can it be found? I'll say this much. If I said half of the things that I say about race and social justice as a black man, as a black and gay man, as a white man, I wouldn't be able to exist. Unless I had a massive platform, I wouldn't be able to exist. And it's a shame. Heraclitus said, the pre-Socratic philosopher Heraclitus, he said, the truth is not about me. I am a messenger for what he called the Logos, the Word. And the problem is, so many people operate with a private understanding of the Word. Right? The Bible says, in the beginning, the Word was with God, and God was the Word, and the Word was God. Which is why Christ is called the Logos. So, even if you're not a Christian, you can appreciate that the Word, the Logos, the truth, is what we're trying to aspire to, right? Now, if my skin color maims my ability to pursue the truth, there's a problem. A white person should be able to say everything that I say about race and BLM and social justice without being lambasted or called a racist. But as a black man, as a gay man, people look at me and they give me certain privileges. I don't want them. I'm an individual, baby. I manifest my own destiny. I'm not bound to customs or institutions. I am Christian Watson. That is the fullest extent of me. I'm an individual. Treat me in relation to how I treat you. Treat me in relation to my actions. Treat me in relation to that which you can experience and receive right there. Treat me right there. Don't treat me any less or any more. I'm an individual. So that's what I think about that, Mr. Whittle. Gotta head to bed. Have a great night. Yes, thank you so much, NR Kitty. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it so much. Much love. I love you. Thank you so much for inspiring me and encouraging me and being there. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You have a nice night, okay? And stay pensive. Stay pensive. Don't forget that. All right. Okay. Tom McDonald. Hopefully. Thank you so much, Absolute. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. This will be up as a video. So, this will be up as a video. So, I will be, you'll be able to see this. If you want to watch like 2 hours of live feed. Because I'm going to go another hour. Alright, bye, Edward. Bye. Everyone's leaving. Oh, that's a shame, man. Ah, Christ. That's a shame. Everyone's leaving. It's not good. It's okay. It's okay. Dang, it's okay. You too, stay pensive, and bye. It's okay. Everyone's leaving. Dang it. That's gonna make... Hey, maybe more people will come in. Who knows? All right. So we're gonna react to Tom McDonald. I'm so corny. Okay. And again, Carson, and those of you who don't know, Tom McDonald is a brilliant artist who is kind of just smashing pretension. He's sort of smashing the establishment right now. He's saying things that need to be said. He's smashing ideological insularity. Tom McDonald is what is the light in this darkness that a lot of Americans are enshrined and shrouded in by vice of their inability to critically think about issues of race, to critically think about issues of social justice, to critically engage with the past rather than just seeing the past as a sort of record of tumultuous atrocities. Tom McDonald just cuts it in half, just breaks it in half. So that's why I like him. Now, he has a back catalog of music. Like, kind of like me, because I have a back catalog of videos. I have a bunch of videos that I've done that you guys have not watched. Because I have a lot of content. I have over 130 videos on this channel. So when people discover me, they tend to look into my content more. When people discover Tom McDonald through Canceled or through Fake Woke, they look through his content. So, I guess I've never seen I'm corny. I don't think that it's a good way to label yourself. I think that if you're going to call yourself corny, then, doesn't sound very confident to me. Yeah, I considered law for a while. Look, I think commentary is where I need to be. Law is interesting. It's interesting. You know, but I think commentary is where I need to be. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're doing all right now, and that's great. I'm happy we're doing it. 1,000 again, guys. Thank you. 1,000 subscribers. 1,000. Thank you. That's beautiful. All right, let's go. Let's get into this. We're gonna react to Tom McDonald's "I'm So Corny." All right. Oh, hold on. Okay. So again, Tom McDonald is a good guy because he's against the woke stuff. He's against ideological insularity. He questions things. So we like Tom McDonald. He walks in epistemic humility. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's he's saying.
Okay, I'm corny. All my songs are super boring. I'm like Macklemore on crack if he smoked it till he was 40. I'm a racist, I'm a sexist, I try too hard to be cool. I'm a clickbait rapper, I pay for all of my views. I got white privilege leaking out my eyes when I cry. And I'm always shedding tears, cause it's hard to be white. My girlfriend writes my raps, I hope I never get dumped again. I hate the libtard, so I must be Republican. All my Gucci is fake, I got this Louis on sale. I'm a snitch like Tekashi, so I will never see jail. I look just like the mumble rappers that everyone hates. I braid my hair like a girl and put tattoos on my face. Yeah.
Okay. Is he denigrating himself? I guess he is. Okay, so I guess I see what Tom McDonald is trying to say. He's basically taking the critiques of everyone who hates his music and applying their critiques, to himself. I don't know. Some people like self-deprecation. I don't know why. I think that... Okay, let's just keep watching. I don't know what to think of this yet.
Why do you keep talking about me? Everything's been said. All that hating isn't healthy. You might end up dead. Call me a loser, say I suck. Tell me I'm ugly, well so what? You're so stupid, are you drunk? Say it to my face and I'll kick your butt. You call me a loser, say I suck. Tell me I'm ugly, well so what? You're so stupid, are you drunk? Say it to my face and I'll kick your butt. Kick your butt.
Why is there a puppet? Why is there a puppet smacking him in the face? Carson, what do you have me watching? What do you have me watching? I can't die of laughter like I normally do because I'm on live. What do you have me watching, Carson? I just said a lot of good things about Tom MacDonald, and you're making me reconsider every one of those things. Okay. Let's continue, alright?
Okay, I'm corny and whack, I'm horrible trash. I'm the worst rapper alive, and I'm ignoring the facts. I try too hard to be edgy, my bars are garbage, you win. I'm 100% pure grade A Colombian cringe. And if rap was a game you could play with your friends, I'd be the SoundCloud rapper boss you fought at the end. Look, I'm so thirsty for clout that I'd slap my mama for fame. I'm 30, but I look like I'm your grandfather's age. I'm like Joyner Lucas Corny had a baby with logic. The doctor dropped it on his head and said, that's a Tom MacDonald. I smell like MGK just ate a burger and farted. And my face tattoos look like I fell asleep at a party. Retarded. Why do you keep talking about?
Okay, Carson, we're not gonna react to this anymore. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta stop. In the words of Joe Bonamassa, you gotta stop. I'm sorry, dude. I don't understand. See, look at these kind of comments. I'm a 63-year-old white mom of 3. Far from your typical rap listener, LOL. But this stands out as different to me. These are lyrics I can actually understand with an important message. My son is going to be shocked when I recommend him a hip-hop song for the first time. Lady, I don't think this is the best, this is the exemplary work, the magnum opus of Tom MacDonald. I think this is just sad. What? Okay. Alrighty. Enough. Okay. Okay, man. Alright. 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 Look. What do you guys have me watching? Oh, okay. Look. I like Tom MacDonald's other work. I like his other work. I'm not into that kind of stuff, man. I don't. I get it's ironic, and so I'm not gonna go too hard. I mean, it's a fun song, I guess. I'm not listening to that in my spare time. No. Christian, to clarify, this song is responding to what a lot of the left-wingers say about him. Yeah, I got that point, Carson. I know. Tom MacDonald. Man, it's not... okay. I got that point. I get that. I understand that. But... you see, I'm speechless. It made me laugh. Oh, yes, Mr. Wood, it definitely made me laugh. It's hysterical, that kind of stuff. But that's not like a good kind of hysterical. That's a bad kind of hysterical. I don't know, man. Whew. Okay. Let me react to Cancelled. Because that's a song that I really like from him. And I think that's a brilliant song, too. Because Cancelled really talks about how the cancel culture has gone run amok, and how Tom MacDonald, existing in a space that is accentuated by the cancel culture, is actually resisting it. So let's watch that. That's actually a good Tom MacDonald song. I'm not into I'm so corny or I'm corny, or reminds me of Onision too much. And for those of you who do not know who Onision is, he's basically a child grooming YouTuber who Chris Hansen, NBC's Chris Hansen, is investigating right now for allegedly grooming children, underage children. So Onision has made songs as well, which are terrible. Okay, Tom MacDonald. Okay, Cancelled. Don't look up Onision, by the way. Onision's a bad person. He's a terrible person. Terrible person. I don't say that lightly either. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got it. Is it there? Is it good? Nope, we got it. There we go. Alright, let's go. By the way, I have listened to this several times, but I think me being able to comment on it a little bit more will be the best thing. So let's talk about it. Let's go.
I can't be cancelled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me.
Okay. Ooh, I should not have frozen there. Anyway, okay, the tongue thing was wild. I'm not into that, man. But it's funny though. That tongue thing needs to go away, though. Anyway, continuing.
My life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean. My family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go ahead and...
Okay. Just in 29 seconds, this guy has already shown us the antidote to cancel culture. The reason why cancel culture is powerful is because, as incumbent in its name, it shapes cultural institutions. It shapes corporations. It shapes universities. When you stand away from all that kind of stuff, and you say, no, I'm going to build my own thing. I will not subject myself or my kids to this kind of stuff. I will not subject myself or my kids to this kind of pretension, this kind of being told that white folks are evil because of slavery or whatever. I will not. When I stand and I gather a family, or even when I gather my own assent and I say, no, I am confirmed in righteousness. I am confirmed in truth. I am confirmed in that which is, not that which we aspire to be, not that which was in slavery and the Jim Crow days. That which is. When you say that, you break every shackle, you break every chain, and you absolutely demolish the crowd's ability to have control over you. Now, there's a problem with this, though. McDonald's on YouTube.com. YouTube.com is prone to cancel culture. But even if they were to delete McDonald's YouTube channel, which you guys can see here, has over 1.73 million subscribers and 2 million views. Even if they got rid of that, he still is on the Billboard Top 100. He broke the Heat Seekers, which is basically a new artist chart. He basically contented with Cardi B in the top. We like that. Alright guys, let's continue.
Tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I moved to the ghetto, lived in the ghetto, there's no Caucasians. And still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies, it ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid, take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You can try to quantify defying limits as a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my...
Okay. I'm sorry, I just love that part so much. This is pure fire, this is not white privilege. What does that mean? So the idea of white privilege posits that white people are culturally advantaged, according to black folks or Latinos or other minorities, since there are a lot of white people in cultural institutions, and apparently, according to this theory, all white folks think the same. According to this theory, of course. So according to this theory, the conclusion is white people have the chance to develop more skills. But he's saying, no. This is fire, dude. Pure fire. This is my own creation. Heraclitus and the ancient Greeks believed that we can explain the world by fire. Fire was that dynamic element by which everything could be seen. In a sense, McDonald is embodying the fire of enlightenment, putting it through the fires of his skills, and shattering the illusions, the illusory darkness that enshrouds American politics and American thinking about race, about justice. So this ain't white privilege. This ain't a cultural advantage he got here. This is something from inside. I love that. See, people don't think this is philosophical. This stuff is philosophical as heck. Tom McDonald is incredibly philosophical. He's an incredibly smart guy. I'm not sure what that corny... What is it? I'm so corny. So I'm not sure about that. This is good. Let's continue.
Closet, out of my crib, I do not want it. That is for kids, that is for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid.
I'll say one thing. I don't like this chorus, because he's using auto-tune. I think Thin White Axe is a musician. What is he using? I don't like that. I'm not into that. It doesn't do much for me. Like when rappers try to kind of like talk sing, I don't like that. But he's making a good point here, isn't he? So, let's keep going.
Head and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can cancel the kid. Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier, wrote the art of war. Know every page, I'm numb to all the dumbness. Smoke tobacco laced with Nova.
Whew! First of all, when you can hold your breath or sustain a breath for that long, to say that's talent, man. People are like, oh, he's not a good rapper. Look, I don't listen to hip-hop. That's talent, though. That is talent. The Art of War? Sun Tzu? Which contains a quote which says, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, don't worry about losing battles. But if you don't know your enemy and you know yourself, you'll be disappointed. But if you don't know your enemy and you don't know yourself, you'll have perpetual defeats. Who is Tom MacDonald's enemy right now? His enemy is the cultural pretension of the intelligentsia, which tells us that race is something more than a distinction created by sociologists hundreds of years ago to suppress people's individualities. That race is a living, breathing political concept that lives in all of us. They're telling us this stuff, and he's saying, no. Let's rethink that. Let me check the comments real quick, because I can't see, when I'm doing this reaction, I can't see the comments in my chat. Yeah, it's auto-tune. Exactly, yeah. When it almost sounds like, yep, that's what it is, yeah. But yeah, this is some brilliant stuff. All right, let's continue.
Cain, I won't behave, I stoke the flames, I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa.
I have to say, that like, whoa, I love that. That is so funny. It doesn't have anything artistically, but it's just so funny. It's hilarious. Love it.
I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals, drinking gasoline. Yeah, I could have been a star, could have had a mansion and a car, and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts. We need answers, championing trash to the masses actually massively damages, yo. Keep trying to cancel me, yo. I own the masters, so yo. I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras, yo.
You see what I meant? When you reclaim yourself from dependence, this is why I don't like welfare. When you reclaim yourself from dependence, who can touch you? Who can touch you? No one can. Now, we are an interdependent world. You will rely on others always for something, even if it's simply something as simple as emotional comfort or as complex as a loan. That's okay. But when you have a foundation that is owned by you, is your foundation owned by you, people? If your foundation is owned by you, that's what matters. Let's continue.
Could have been famous, dumb my music down till it's basic. Get it on the hottest Spotify playlist. Modify my catalog and go mainstream, yeah. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me. They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and...
Okay, who is the kid? I don't know who that is. I think that might be him, I don't know. But that's brilliant. They can talk, but they can't cancel me. So far, we've learned a few things. Number one, if you own your... There are some good lessons in this. If you own your foundation, you will be stable. You'll have what Solzhenitsyn called a stable nucleus. That's number one. Number two, if you have a base of people around you that agree with you, that increases your stability. C, if you know yourself and you know all this stuff, and you are solidified in your understanding, that also increases your stability. He is literally giving us a step by step by step by step manual on how to beat and strike at cancel culture and put it into the grave eternally. Tom MacDonald is brilliant, guys.
This is it, but I swear to God, you can cancel the kid. I feel like all these rappers lately on a mission. They starting drama, they don't really want no problems, so they talk in whispers. Don't even start, no competition, y'all are finished. They say they feeling froggy, but I bet none of these frogs gon' ribbit. They think I'm soft, but I promise y'all that I'm solid like a rock inside a Teflon box and dipped in carbon fiber liquid. I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians.
That's good. That's good. I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians. So I don't adhere to the institutions, but I still have enough spiritual values that I can walk side by side with you. And I am dipped in carbon fiber, whatever the heck he said. Man, this is brilliant stuff, guys. You have to realize this. This is brilliant stuff.
If Jesus died for all my sins, he'd need 1,000,000 crosses tall as buildings. Y'all can't cancel me. I'm a god and you're the devil. Stop attacking me. Like, whoa. Nails in my hands and feet. Y'all some snakes. I don't need fruit from that apple tree.
He just made an allegorical reference to Adam and Eve. Remember when I talked about owning your foundation? Claiming your foundation? Understanding your foundation? Knowing your foundation? Tom MacDonald is saying, you guys are snakes. The guys that want to get me in their little game. I don't need your fruit. I got my own. If you guys extract nothing else out of this song, extract the maxim that independence and self-reliance is the best thing for the development of your human being. Because that is what MacDonald is saying to you. Let's keep going.
I ain't doing features or buying beats. I'm a wolf on lie with sheep. I am what I am, and I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors, I'm like, who said it? Never met him. If he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record.
I do what I want, don't matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot, I'm Biggie, I'm Shady, I'm New School Pac. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharpened, I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break or shake or feel shameful.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go on, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
I don't listen to rap music. I don't like rap music. I have listened to that song several times over. Several times over. Man. Some powerful stuff right there. Well. How are we doing? Who's still here? Slim Haiti. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Look, I don't listen to rap, man. It doesn't do much for me. But yeah. Yep. So I'm probably gonna end it now. Gotta get some rest. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for whoever is here for being here. Appreciate it. And, yeah, no, Mr. Whittle, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate it. I hope all you guys had a nice time, and I'll do, like, one stream every week. How about that? I don't want to do too many streams, because that would be a little bit too much. But I'll do one stream every week. But, until next time, my friends, stay pensive, all right?